y'all, what up? This is Just That Dude, and this is JusDatTv. Okay, so really quick, I just wanted to touch on a little bit of the Oscars or whatever. I thought about making a separate video for it, but I was like, whatever, I didn't even watch it. So I just want to touch on two little things. Best Actress and Best Actor. Freaking Brie Larson won for Best Actress. I was happy because I've seen the movie Room and it's actually a good movie, like for real, for real. This movie is bomb. So I'm like, that's good. And then of course freaking Leonardo DiCaprio finally wins one and takes home the Oscar for Best Actor. I was excited. Y'all just don't understand. Like, Leonardo DiCaprio is one of my favorite actors in Hollywood today. Like, I was going crazy, like, for real, for real. I have almost seen, like, all of his movies. Like, you know, sometimes you gotta be in the mood to watch one of Leonardo DiCaprio movies. So, I'm almost there. I'm almost there. I ain't seen all of them, but I'm almost there, or whatever. But, yeah, I was happy. The rest of the Oscars, whatever. I honestly didn't really watch it, to be quite honest. Okay, so this is The Walking Dead Season 6, Episode 11, Not Untied. So it starts off with freaking Abe and Sasha or whatever like that. They had like a little moment. I guess Abe is crushing on Sasha a little bit since they spent so much time together or whatever. And, you know, he's kind of torn, I guess, because, you know, he's still with Rosita. And you see him, like, kind of going back and forth in his mind or whatever to Sasha. And then he's laying in the bed with Rosita. And this bitch made him a little necklace out of a tail light and shit. And I was like, ooh, this bitch is crafty. Like, that's nice or whatever like that. And then, you know, they kind of do what they do or whatever like that. But I'm just like, I don't know. I don't really care about this little relationship or whatever like that. Or whatever the fuck this is. I really honestly don't give a fuck. So Maggie is talking to Glenn or whatever about the little crops or whatever, and they see some people running, so they just automatically start running. And I was like, that's good, y'all put y'all nigga instincts on, for real, for real. So Jesus, you know, Jesus is in the house, and Jesus is in Rick's house, whatever, looking at a picture, and out of nowhere Carl comes up, put a gun up to his head and was like, what you doing in my house? And he was like, looking at a picture. So everybody come busting out of each motherfucking room and shit. You know, the townspeople come up the stairs. Rick and Michonne come out or whatever like that. And he was like, okay, well, you know, let's talk. So they went and talked or whatever. And Jesus was basically just trying to explain to Rick or whatever, like, he's from this other community where, you know, they're not hostile or they don't do all of that extra shit or whatever, how Rick probably thinks or whatever. You know, their shit is more like, you know, back in the day, like, you know, we trade for things that we need with other communities. Rick like, other communities? How many people y'all didn't trade with? So he like, boy, like, where you be? And like, you know, it's everybody out here. So he just like, you know, I can prove it to you. If you don't believe me, I can prove it to you. Y'all can come back to my community or whatever like that and speak to my boss and shit like this. So he like, I don't know, you know, this nigga's shifty, but if there's other people out there, whatever, we need to know these things and shit like that. So they getting ready to leave and go with Jesus or whatever, and fucking Rick was telling Carl, you know, like, this Michonne thing, you know, it's kind of just happened or whatever, you know, I ain't just, you know, basically he just trying to get his little, he just trying to get trying to see what Carl think about it or whatever. And Carl was cool with it. Carl was like, boy, I seen this happen a long ass time ago, Dad. Like, I ain't tripping about it, you know, I'm cool with Michonne, you know, it's the zombie apocalypse, you know, Mom not here no more, do what you do, nigga, I don't give a fuck, shit, what am I gonna say? Like, so they kind of chop that shit up or whatever. The niece ass gives Daryl some motherfucking, what the fuck did she call it? Some oat cake or some dusty ass looking piece of bread shit that she had in a plastic bag. And he was like, bitch, I don't want that shit. And she like, well, it's good, like, you need this because it got all the nutritions in it and omega-3s and all this other shit. And he was like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm gonna get something on the way. Like, I'm gonna just stop. She's like, okay, but don't say no when you get some rabies. And he just like, oh, you doing this because I tried to get you to pop, bitch. And she like, yeah. And then, like, I mean, you remind me of somebody. And I'm like, who the fuck, who, bitch? I know you ain't talking about the motherfucking wolf man. I was like, bitch, that's disrespectful. Like, bitch, kill yourself. So they fucking get in a little van or a little RV and shit, and they go motherfucking driving or whatever like that. So they come across this accident with this car that flipped over and shit. They see blood and shit everywhere. So they like, oh shit, somebody got into an accident, let's see. So I'm like, y'all forever nosy. Like, I just would have kept going by. So Jesus was like, oh shit, that's my peoples or whatever like that. So they get out or whatever, they checking the little scene and shit. So he like, oh fucking, we need to help them, like, cause they not no fighters, you know. So like, I need to fucking go help them, like, give me a fucking gun. They like, nah nigga, we not giving you no motherfucking gun, like, you got us fucked up. So he like, I need to help them or whatever like that. So they was like, we'll help them or whatever, you stay here with Maggie or whatever, because bitch, we don't trust you. And I was like, shit, don't trust her with Maggie and shit, like, that's fucking, don't do that, don't do that. So they go into the little house or whatever like that, and they looking for their peoples or whatever like that. You know, they killed a few walkers or whatever, found all their little peoples or whatever. Everybody made it out safe. One nigga was hurt, but I was like, whatever. So they get back on the motherfucking bus or whatever like that, and they fucking head on to fucking the place. Jesus is like, this is Hilltop or whatever like that, and they fucking go to walk over to the motherfucking gates, and the guards was like, oh no, like, y'all ain't motherfucking getting in here with them guns or whatever like that. Rick was like, we ain't putting our motherfucking guns down. So Jesus was just like, you need to trust us or whatever like that, like, I like y'all cool peoples, but you need to trust us or whatever like that. So he told the guards that they ain't putting their guns down, but they good, like, they with us, we trying to motherfucking, you know, do some shit. So they go in there or whatever, and Jesus was basically explaining what the fuck Hilltop was or whatever like that. He said fucking Hilltop, or the big ass mansion, I think it was a manor or something. And y'all, when they walked into motherfucking Hilltop, I swear to God on everything, it looked like a motherfucking scene out of 12 Years a Slave. Like, I'm not even lying, for real, for real. But I digress. So basically the motherfucking manor or whatever was there running and all this other shit before the motherfucking modern world, and fucking they made it into a museum or whatever. So that's how people knew where the fuck Hilltop was at and all of this other shit and whatnot. So they go up into the motherfucking manor and they meet this dude named Gregory. Gregory says he's the motherfucking boss. And right off the motherfucking rip, I was not feeling Gregory. I was like, who the fuck is this dude? What the fuck is he talking about? Like, like, I just was not feeling him at all. Like, he was giving me governor vibes. I'm like, Gregory governor, like, that's too close to me. Like, I don't like this dude. So Rick, you know, went to introduce himself and tell him why he here, whatever like that. And this nigga was like, he cuts Rick off or whatever and was like, go wash up or whatever. And I'm like, the fuck? Rick had the same expression, like, nigga, what? Like, so, you know, Rick was over it, which as of I was, bitch, I feel like I was standing there with his ass, like, bitch, I was over it too. So he tell Maggie, like, Maggie, you go wash up or whatever, you go talk to him, because if I talk to him, I'ma hit his ass in his motherfucking face. So Maggie get all cleaned up or whatever like that, as clean as she can get, I guess, because the bitch still look dirty to me. But she went in there to talk to Gregory, and she asked him, like, how is everybody surviving here? Like, what are you all doing? And he was like, well, I'm the reason everybody's surviving. And I'm like, ooh, cocky little bastard, aren't we? So, you know, he had this old nasty, this pricky dick type of personality that was just like, ugh. And then he was all creepy and shit, like, kind of, you know, ugh, it was just like pervert creepy. Like, he needed some, for real, for real. And I guess he liked Maggie, so he was just being a creeper to her or whatever like that. So he was just asking Maggie questions and shit like that, you know, trying to get some more motherfucking dirt or whatever, because Jesus came back and then ran his motherfucking mouth or whatever about every motherfucking thing. So he just trying to piece together what Jesus told him, and, you know, trying to get some more dirt and shit to see what he can motherfucking do to try to, I guess, you know, do this trade, or if he really wanted to do the trade. He was on some creepy shit or whatever like that. So Maggie was like, you know, I heard that y'all need some motherfucking ammo. We got ammo. What we don't got is food. So what's up? He was like, we don't need no motherfucking ammo. Like, y'all ain't got shit or whatever. And he was like, basically like, we don't need nothing from y'all because y'all ain't got shit. But he was like, but y'all can fucking come over here and y'all can work for the trade or whatever like that. Maggie wasn't feeling that. She like, and I was like, see, I told you 12 years a slave, bitch. He trying to get y'all, like, for real, like, So, you know, he just dismissed her ass or whatever. And she was like, we can help you. And he was like, we good, bitch, are you? And I was like, damn, Maggie. So fucking she leaves or whatever. They sitting out there or whatever and they talking to Jesus, you know, trying to get Jesus to go back in there and talk to Gregory about this motherfucking trade or whatever like that. So this dude come running up and he like, they're back. So everybody went running outside or whatever. And then these, I want to say it was like 3 or 4 people. This dude named Ethan was fucking, he walked up or whatever and he was like, basically what I got out of this little scene, because I literally wasn't paying attention, y'all, like, I'm sorry, like, you know, sometimes shit be happening so fast and I be like, what the fuck, and I be trying to take notes. So as it be motherfucking happening, you know, I be kind of stuck. Then when I go back to try to write my notes, like, I be fucked up. So I had to try to like go back and piece all of this shit together and shit like that. So what I got out of this little scene is Negan found out that his people motherfucking got killed. I guess he assumed that Gregory people did it since Negan is fucking taking over Gregory's community or whatever like that. I'm gonna get into that a little bit after this. So what he did was he took fucking Ethan's brother and he says fucking he'll give Ethan's brother back or whatever if Ethan delivered a message. The message was to stab motherfucking Gregory or kill Gregory or whatever. So Ethan motherfucking stabbed Gregory in the motherfucking stomach or whatever. Everybody go crazy. Rick and motherfucking Abe jump at motherfucking Ethan and some other dude or whatever like that. And Rick was kind of tussling with dude, you know, trying to kind of get the best of him or whatever like that. Gregory go, I mean not Gregory, but fucking Abe go to run over to dude and, you know, dude fucking Abe up. And I'm like, Abe, like, for one, I heard Ginger's got like motherfucking excellent strength or some shit like that, like for real, for real. So then you like buff and shit, like, damn, Abe, like, fight back. Abe didn't fight back. Abe sat there and he got choked the fuck out or whatever. He thinking about Sasha and fucking all of this other bullshit. I'm just like, you just gonna let him choke you out though. So fucking dude had put a motherfucking knife up to Rick's neck and was like, back up, whatever like that. So Michonne came out of nowhere because, you know, that's her man now. So she like dropped the motherfucking knife. So he about to say something, all of a sudden Rick just, you know, straight to the motherfucking jugular. And I was like, damn. Because at first I literally thought he did it with his fingers, y'all, like for real, for real. Like, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, but I literally thought he did it with his fingers. And I was about to say, Rick, you a bad motherfucker. But no, he stabbed him with a little shank or whatever like that in his motherfucking neck. Just let the motherfucking neck blood just pour all on his motherfucking face and shit. I'm just like, then he gets up, everybody just shocked and shit, like, oh my god, oh. He like, what? I'm like, bitch, like, you just stabbed this motherfucker in the neck. What the? But it was too fucking funny. So they go back to the motherfucking house or whatever like that, and fucking Jesus was kind of, you know, letting them know what the fuck is going on, because Rick is like, who the fuck is this Negan dude? Like, Abe heard about Negan or whatever when he tried to motherfucking rob them of they shit, you know, and, you know, he come up again now. So who the fuck is this dude? So that's when he tell him about Negan. Negan is a part of this motherfucking community or this group of people called the Saviors. And basically all they do is just go around and motherfucking steal people communities. How Rick was trying to motherfucking do Alexandria. So they motherfucking, basically, I guess they tried to steal motherfucking Hilltop. They beat this little boy named Rory. They beat him to death or whatever like that to prove a motherfucking point. So fucking Gregory gave Saviors half of everything that they got to keep his community safe, basically. And it's kind of a coward thing, you know, a coward way out. But I mean, when you don't know how to fight or whatever like that, like, what you gonna do? Like, so Rick was like, you know, like, okay, well, what if we fucking go and take Negan off your motherfucking hands for even trade or whatever like that? So they was like, yeah, like, you know, we can go do that for y'all, and y'all can motherfucking trade us the shit that we motherfucking need. That'd be cool, right? Talking to Jesus or whatever. They were talking about some, yeah, because I want some motherfucking food, I want some medical, and I want that Kyle over there. And I was like, you better motherfucking act for your acre and a mule, bitch. Like, I'm not even kidding. Get it, fucking Daryl. So he was like, I'm gonna go in there and talk to motherfucking Gregory, because the doctor man, I guess he stitched Gregory up and saved Gregory's motherfucking life. And I was like, I mean, he wouldn't have really been missed, would he? Not really. He was like, okay, well, you know, Gregory, he heard what you wanted to say. He's ready to speak to y'all, but he only want to speak to Maggie. So, you know, they passed Maggie the motherfucking torch again. It was like, go on in there, negotiator, get his ass. So she went in there, she starts talking to him or whatever like that. You know, they trying to be a little, negotiate a little trade deal or whatever like that. He's being a pompous ass. You know, Maggie just like over it. She ain't taking it no more. So she like, you know what? We do this for you. We take him off your motherfucking hands for good or whatever like that. So he like, okay, well, I mean, isn't that the same thing as what I asked y'all to do earlier? And I wanted to be like, no, bitch, ain't nobody about to do no manual motherfucking labor. Sit here and motherfucking pick your cotton and motherfucking feed you, take care of you, hump on you when you motherfucking need, bitch, peel your crops. Like, ain't nobody about to do all of that for you, bitch. Like, to me, in a sinister fucking way, this is kind of easier because they didn't fucking kill people before, and it's kind of beneficial to them too, because if they don't stop Negan just gonna find Alexandria. So I kind of understood what Maggie was saying or whatever like that. And she was like, look, we gonna motherfucking do this. We gonna motherfucking take out Negan for good. Like, you ain't gonna have to worry about him at all. And she was like, in fucking return, you do the motherfucking trade, but we won't have for everything. And I was like, that's good, bitch. That's good. Good thinking, bitch, on your motherfucking toes. Because, I mean, if y'all was going to do it for Negan any motherfucking way, shit, why not motherfucking do it this one time for them? But she was like, do that shit right motherfucking now, or the deal is off. I mean, he couldn't do shit else. So he was just like, okay. He went on with the motherfucking deal. And they packing up and shit like that. And Rick asks him, Michonne, like, is you ready? And she like, it's about to be a war. And I'm like, yeah, the fuck it is or whatever like that. So, you know, fucking Maggie went and got a little ultrasound or whatever of her little baby, because Maggie is pregnant. I don't even know if they said, did they say Maggie was pregnant in the first half of this season? Because I don't remember that at all. I think they kind of did, but if they didn't, that bitch is pregnant out of fucking nowhere or whatever. But that's good for her. Like, if she want to be pregnant, she can be pregnant. I mean, it is what the fuck it is. But that was the episode, y'all. Like, it was motherfucking something. But tell me what y'all think about it. Let me know down in the motherfucking comments. Make sure y'all click the thumbs up button, like this video, share this video on all y'all social medias, and I will see y'all next time.